What's up guys, Ryan here from Mud Gunner, and today I wanted to show you guys some projects that I'm working on. With me working in the gun industry 6 days a week and doing YouTube and basically everything gun related I do, I am always working on quite a few guns at the same time. And the reason why I'm working on a bunch versus just knocking one out at a time, it's because I really don't buy anything new. I only buy used stuff. So that means I have to be patient and wait for certain things that I want. I don't want to pay a premium for a lot of stuff. So that's why I end up working on a lot of projects at the same time, but I'm like knocking stuff out here and there. So it's like a 24/7 grind. For those of you who are very passionate about like one subject or even two, it's very hard to be passionate about two, like all out. But for those of you that understand, I mean, you get it. I know I kind of go crazy with guns, but I'm not the only one. So I have a brother, he's 5 years younger than me, and he is the exact same person as me, but with cars. He has like 10 cars that he's working on at any given time. And yeah, I think it's just good to chase your dreams. Basically everyone in my family, we all are just super dedicated in what we do, so that's kind of why I'm able to do a lot with gun stuff. My brother's able to do a lot with car stuff. My uncle, he's really big into snakes. I come from a family that like bred snakes growing up. I bred snakes growing up, and you can make anything your passion if you set your mind to it, and you can do it as a career. So I know the snake thing might sound weird, but there's good money in snakes if you dedicate the time and all that stuff. But we won't get into that. Again, today I'm just showing you guys some projects that I'm working on. So let's get into it. So first up, we have a pretty cool little AR build here. This is all stuff that I bought used through our store for the most part. This is an Aero Precision, and I don't know if it started out as a complete gun, but it's the Liberty M4 lower. It's got the flag and shield on this side, which is pretty cool. And I don't exactly know what I want to do with this. It's probably going to be more of a budget build. And Aero's really nice stuff. It's not that it's necessarily budget, but it is less expensive than some of the other stuff I work with. So I don't think I'm going to put anything crazy on there. My goal when building any rifle setup is I want an optic, I want a light, and I want a sling. That's basically the bare minimum for me. Anything else is just, you know, nice features, like whether I do the safety or the trigger or bad lever or just any of that other stuff that can come later. My goal from the get-go is optic, light, sling, and then it's a completely functional gun at that point. So with this one, I'm thinking a flat dark earth Holosun 403B would be pretty cool because it'll kind of fit the Aimpoint look without costing Aimpoint money. And we get used Holosun red dots for like 125 bucks, and they work good. I have a few of them already on some other budget guns. Well, not necessarily budget guns, but I just have a few of them on just various guns that I own for fun. Actually, I'll show you guys one because this is a project that I was working on a few months ago now, and it's basically done. And this was my Galil RPK build that I wanted to do. So one of my friends sold this Galil to our store. One of our customers bought it, someone I know, I can consider him my friend now, and then he sold it back to us. And the first time around I really wanted to buy it, but I was like, we can let him buy it. But when it came back the second time, I'm like, okay, I really have to have this gun. So I bought it, and I was like, you know, it's a 7.62 by 39. I'm like, I have so many AKs, they're all just, you know, they're basically all built similarly. I'm like, I don't have an RPK, and this being in 7.62 by 39, it's heavy anyways, like an AK is lighter than this. I also have a CMMG Mutant, which is lighter than an AK for the most part. I was like, you know what, this is a beefy gun. Let's turn it into like a mini RPK, and that's basically what I did. We got a drum mag on there, a Holosun 403C, a Holosun green laser, a Surefire light, Atlas bipod. It already came with this really nice lower configuration, so it's a K&S lower with an ALG trigger, and it just shoots like a dream. I did a video on this, I think about a month ago now. It was so much fun to shoot, and I love it. So very happy with how this build came out. But when I say like I build stuff up to like kind of fit my needs, like even though this is like an RPK build, I had to have a sling on there. So I really, you know, try to be meticulous about how I set it up. I mean, it might take me like a year or so to work on one project, but when it's done, like I feel like it comes out pretty good. I know some of you guys might be saying, well, you know, Holosun's cheap, so why'd you put that on there? Well, again, for me, this was just a fun gun, so I didn't need to put a EOTech, Aimpoint, or Trijicon on there. But down the road, who knows, maybe I upgrade to that. But for the purpose of this, as far as just being a fast, you know, drum-fed gun, I'd say it's pretty accurate. So again, go watch my video on it. It was pretty cool. So yeah, that's one that I built up a couple months ago. So yeah, going back to this one, you know, I'm thinking maybe a flat dark earth Holosun, maybe a Streamlight ProTac, because those are good lights, and then some type of sling. We get a variety of used slings. I mainly buy Magpul, Blue Force Gear, or Viking Tactics. Those are the main three that come through our store used. We don't see too many other used brands, but I know there's a lot of sling manufacturers out there now. So, and I really am a fan of quick detach points on ARs. So If they already have built-in QD points, that's what I run. But yeah, it's a very cool little FDE aero build, and I'm excited to get it built up at some point. Next up, we have this one. I showed this on the channel once. I picked this up probably about a month ago. This is a BCM Recce 11, so it's an 11.5-inch barrel with a 10-inch key mod rail. And I'm thinking for this one, I already have a lot that are like this, but this would really fit the vibe for the extraction rifle. I think it's the first one. He uses a 10-inch or 11-inch BCM with a key mod rail, and then he's running an EOTech and a magnifier. He's got a Steiner laser on the side, and then a suppressor. I think it was an AAC suppressor. I'm thinking this will kind of go with that vibe, but like if you guys watch my channel, I have so many EOTechs. Like I put an EOTech on almost everything, so I don't need another AR with an EOTech. So if you guys have any other recommendations as to what I could build this into, I have two really cool BCM clone builds going right now. I have this one, which I'll get to in a second, and then I have another one that's almost done that you guys might already know if you've been watching the channel for a while. Yeah, I'm very excited about that other one. But so basically my two BCM clone builds are going to be pretty cool, and this is going to be the third. So if you have any suggestions for this, let me know. I definitely want to keep it as an 11.5. I'm okay with SBRing or keeping it as a pistol. That doesn't bother me. So yeah, if you have any ideas for that one, let me know. And then this one, I have a pretty cool idea for. So this is a PWS. It's a piston driven. It's the Mark 111 1M or Mod 1M. Yeah, this is my first PWS AR, and it's pretty cool. So it's an 11.85-inch barrel. It's a pistol, and it's piston driven, but it's a long stroke piston. So think of a piston like an AK, where you have that long rod coming off. When you pull your bolt carrier group out, basically something that's as long as the gas tube comes out with it, which is cool. So I haven't shot this one yet. I just picked it up. And then with it being an 11.85-inch barrel, I thought this would be kind of a cool, somewhat bad gun because it's still long, but it came with a loft holder. And then I got this LPVO for it. This is a Steiner 1-to-5 power. So it's the T5XI, and then it's in a spur mount. And it doesn't have turrets on it, or the turret caps, but I have those coming from Steiner. So those will be on there soon. But I think this would be a pretty cool bag gun as a 1-to-5 because, you know, an almost 12-inch barrel is still capable of shooting some distance, but it's also perfect for CQB type stuff. I just did a video the other day, the AR-15 Go bag. This would be perfect for something like that, where you just stuff it in a bag, you have a plate carrier or a chest rig with it, and yeah, you just have it ready to go in a rifle case. And I mean, you got a lot of capability here with the 1-to-5, with the barrel length, with it being piston driven. This one's got a Sons of Liberty, what is this one, the Nox? Yeah, the Nox on there, so I could put my dead air suppressor on here if I wanted to. But yeah, I think it's got a lot of capability, so I'm not basing it off of any build that I've seen online. I'm just thinking like, you know, this LPVO would look pretty good on there because a 1-to-5 is kind of too short for a bigger gun like a 308 or anything like that. I think it's going to shine on a mid-range or short barrel gun. So yep, that's the vibe I'm going with. This is kind of another Go AR-15 or AR-15 Go bag type gun, and I think it'd be perfect for that. So, and the gun came with a lot of upgrades. So it's got a Geissele trigger, it's got a tan radiant safety selector. I got to change that to black because I want it to match. But yeah, and then the loft holder is nice. This is an ambi lower, so you do have a bolt release right here. You don't have an ambi bolt catch. The bolt catch is just on that side, but yeah, I'm looking forward to shooting that one and getting it all set up. And then same thing, I need an optic, or not an optic, I need a light and a sling, and then it's basically ready to go. I don't know if I want to put a grip on here or not, or just keep it slim. I kind of like keeping it slim on this one, and it feels really beefy. Like this feels like 2 ARs into one, like weight-wise and just density. So it's a dense AR. But yeah, so those are 3 AR pistols that I'm working on. And then this one I've shown on the channel a few times now. The reason why this one's taking forever is no one sells us an aim-point magnifier. So this is a BCM Recce 14. It is a 14.5-inch barrel, and if you guys know, this is meant to be the Terminalist clone. So Terminalist is a show with Chris Pratt. He plays James Reese, which is a Navy SEAL, gets betrayed and all this stuff. It's a really cool show. There's only 1 season of it out on Netflix, or not on Netflix, it's on Amazon Prime. But I like it. They're doing a prequel series right now, and I really want this to be done before that comes out, but we'll see. So this is almost done. I cloned it to a T. I even put the M-LOK sling mount up here, which is where they have it in the show, even though I don't want it right there because it would do better back here. But I'm cloning it exactly how the show had it. I put every accessory in the exact spot. So the only thing I'm missing is it had a rail wrap from Burnproof Gear. I think it's Burnproof Gear. The rail wrap, it's like 80 bucks, but again, I hate buying stuff new. That one I'll probably have to buy new because no one's ever sold us a used one. But yeah, I need the rail wrap from Burnproof Gear, and then I need an Aimpoint. It's the X3C magnifier, the flip to side magnifier. We have one new at our store, but again, I don't want to buy new. But other than that, it is exactly how it is in the show. Theirs was full auto, but I unfortunately can't get full auto on this. And then they were running a Magpul MS4 sling as a single point, Magpul polymer flip-up sights, the Cloud Defensive Owl, Aimpoint T2 on the LaRue mount, and then rugged 3-port muzzle brake. And they weren't running it suppressed, but I would like to get, I think he used a rugged Micro 30 on a HK416 in the show. I'd probably like to get that can just to run it on here and see how it works, because I don't have any rugged 5.56 cans. The Micro 30 is a 30 cal can, but I'd like to get that suppressor even though he didn't run this exact gun suppressed. So again, only thing I'm missing to make this a complete Terminalist clone is the rail wrap and the magnifier, and then this one will be 100% done. So very excited for when that comes into play. I don't know how soon it'll be done. It really just depends on when we get a used magnifier. We'll get one at some point, just, yeah, I can't buy new. And then this one is CZ Bren 2. So this one, again, just I hate buying new. I can buy a stock from CZ for like 250 bucks and SBR it, and then it'll be way more like just ready to start getting accessories added onto it. I just haven't committed to that yet because I'm working on so many other projects. But I think when I have a spare 250 bucks lying around, I'll buy a stock for this, SBR it, and then just go from there. But this is an 11-inch CZ Bren 2, and I should probably get this set up before the CZ Bren 3 comes out, because I wasn't even expecting them to come out with the Bren 3. The Bren 2 was already so much better than the first gen, which is the 805. I do have an 11-inch 805 Bren as well. That one's got a brace on there. I'd love to find a Flat Dark Earth stock, but they're hard to find. So if you guys know anybody, I need a Flat Dark Earth 805 Bren stock, and then I need a black Bren 2 stock. But yeah, cool gun. I haven't shot it yet, but I've shot Bren 2s before. Trigger on Brens are extremely nice. I've always thought of this as like the upgraded SCAR, because you get the trigger you want out of the box. I don't remember if this is reciprocating or not. I'm pretty sure it is, which doesn't bother me. But yeah, it's extremely lightweight too. So yeah, haven't shot this one yet. And then the last one, or almost last one, you guys are probably eyeing this, and I understand I saved it for last, but this is an HK MP5. It is stamped MP5 because it started out life as an SP5, but I had it sent in and remarked to HK MP5-N. So it's no longer an SP5. It is stamped MP5-N for the Navy barrel, which is the threaded tri-lug barrel. And if you guys kind of already have an idea in your head, if you've watched the movie, this is going to be a Sicario MP5 clone. And what that is just HK MP5. He was running a suppressor that's no longer made. That one was a Gemtech, but GSL now makes the modern version of it. So I would like the GSL suppressor that would clone the Gemtech that he had, unless I could find a used Gemtech. It has a Knights Armament rail and then a Knights Armament optic mount or top rail. And yeah, this setup is pretty cool. And then the only thing I need for this one, besides the light, or not the light, the suppressor, is an Aimpoint Comp M2 on a low mount. So I do have an M2, it's on my Colt M4A1, but I really like the way that's set up right now, so I don't want to rip it off there. So I do need another Comp M2 to put on here on a low mount. Then I need the suppressor, and then even though it'll be like basically movie correct at that point, I still want to add a light. I just can't not add a light to this gun. So I'll probably add a light to it, and then it'll be the Sicario MP5 plus a light. So that always kind of bugs me when movies will have a pretty cool setup, but then they just miss like one thing, like in his case, just the light, but we'll see. Maybe I don't add a light. But yeah, again, that's going to be the HK MP5 from Sicario. And then if you guys watch that movie, it's a good movie. There was a scene, the scene where he's mainly using this, it kind of messes up. In part of the scene, he has this MP5, and then part of a scene, he has an MP5 SD. You guys probably, like those of you that have watched the movie and are gun people probably already know that, but if you didn't know that, yeah, they mess up. They use this and an MP5 SD for the same scene, which I don't know how you mess that up. So. And then one more that I had here, it just didn't fit on the couch. I've had this gun for a little bit, and I want to get into long range shooting. I've been kind of acquiring 308s over the years. This is my first bolt gun 308. I know that's a whole different realm in itself, but this is a GA Precision Gladius that I want to get set up. I've had it for almost a year now, and I'm just missing a scope, but it's a beefy rifle, deserves a nice scope. I will have a scope by December, I'm pretty sure, for this one. My end goal scope is a Nightforce Attacker 5 to 25 by 56. So this is the same rifle that Chris Kyle, American Sniper, if you guys haven't seen that, it's the same rifle he used stateside civilian-wise, just his personal civilian rifle, not like a military rifle, but I know they have these in the military as well, like probably certain branches or whatnot. But yeah, the Gladius was his rifle. You'll see pictures of him holding this exact gun. He didn't have an Atlas bipod on there. I think he had like a Harris, so I'll probably swap it with the Harris at some point. But he had the Nightforce Attacker on there. It's like a $3,000 scope, but they are used out there in like the 2 range sometimes, so just got to be patient for that. But until then, I do have another scope that I'll probably get for it. So yeah, I don't know how soon I'll get it, but I'm hoping by December, and then I can kind of get into more bolt action long range. But I do have some semi-auto 308s that are ready for long range. I just want it to cool down because right now the desert's closed here in Arizona, so I can't do anything, but I'll for sure get some long range content out for you guys this winter. I'm just not a professional, so if you're looking for actual like training on how to do it, I'm not your guy. I'm going to be learning with you guys. So yeah, these are all some guns that I'm working on. I do have other projects as well. This is just what I could fit on my couch for this video. So yeah, I know it's overkill, but again, this is my passion. I plan on doing it for the rest of my life, so I need projects to last me the rest of my life. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for my next video.